A popular brewery in Grant Park now brewing up something unique for the Black Lives Matter movement. Eventide Brewing has joined an international initiative called Black is Beautiful, designed to raise awareness of the impact of police brutality and institutional oppression on many people of color. The idea is to demonstrate the brewing community is a place of inclusion.
Everyone here could recognize that there was a problem. The recognition was not the issue. It's what's the next step? How do you remedy the issue? You know, what do I do? How can I help? Let's take a hard look at ourselves and realize that there are things that we need to improve upon, and let's start improving upon them.
Eventide's Black is Beautiful beer will be available soon. Proceeds from the sale will support the local chapter of the ACLU. Currently, the Black is Beautiful campaign is nearly 1,000 breweries now in 17 countries. Coming